You know what I'm in the mood for?
Yeah.
Getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah. Are you ready? We're going in on a 66% alcohol whiskey here.
Going Stagg.
George T. Stagg Jr.
No.
Not Stagg Sr.
You know what?
What?
I'm not interested in the
You don't like juniors?
No, the senior, that's where the...
That's where the real magic is?
Yeah.
That's actually, you're not far wrong.
Is that it? I'm just making things up.
No, so the reality is this was a Buffalo Trace whiskey. It was, as a matter of fact, the original George T. Stagg, which is a heritage whiskey. The Dad Stagg is rated on many people's lists as one of the top 5 bourbons on the
Dad
market.
Stagg? That would be an amazing
Dad
nickname.
Stagg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's George Stagg, George T. Stagg.
Wow.
So Junior
Go with Dad
is less picky and 8 to 9-year-old whiskeys instead of slightly older ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is a dramatic whiskey.
Woo.
Be prepared. This is not
So-
your typical raisin, chocolate,
That'll jump up and slap your mama.
and super high alcohol. Now, anytime you read reviews on this,
I'm getting coffee.
you're going to find, yeah, totally. You're going to find people's reviews be all over the place on this. Some people really like how complicated and aggressive it is. Some people are really put off by that.
No, I got, what'd you say, raisin, dark chocolate?
Raisin, dark chocolate, a
getting
little bit of
coffee.
citrus, some coffee. Whoa! Bam! That's some... This is a take you out to the woodshed whiskey.
This is like whiskey extract.
Okay, I'm pouring a significant amount of water in mine.
Well,
I'm
I'm
going to
not-
let you decide whether you're going to or not.
I'm not a giant. I'll do an insignificant amount of water.
You better hope Chad bleeps that one. It didn't
No.
get rid of any of the flavors, but
It
it did bury the alcohol burn.
It's not trying to choke you to death as much. It's still
Yeah.
very aggressive, big, vibrant, loud
As a matter of
flavors.
fact, if you started with this, you wouldn't think of it as a more mild whiskey.
It would still be one of the punchier.
But compared to what came before, let me tell you.
As dark as that is,
Ow.
right? It's
I'm getting like
Damn it!
acid reflux.
Did you eat bologna? The f*** is that?
I think that's those
You're disgusting.
I think that's those meatballs we ate at lunch. Yeah, that's a really bad combination when you're trying to do a whiskey tasting.
I can't work under these conditions.
Drink your free whiskey and quit whining.
I'm trying to decide whether or not I like this. Whether or not I would have a moment where I said, you know what I'm in the mood for?
Yeah.
Getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan. There are a lot of people who really love this. Now, and in fact, J.P. Engelbrecht loves this whiskey. Now, I'm not convinced they actually like it.
I'm getting a bit of cigar and some leather as well. This is a complicated whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
There's a chance they may be convincing themselves they like it.
Because it's just so hardcore.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that's interesting because as much as you like the challenging, aggressive, smoky scotches and stuff, whenever
just
it
don't
comes
with the bourbon.
to this, the challenging, aggressive stuff,
No, because it's all wood and corn syrup, and that's just not my thing.
I'm going to see at what point it starts to become
Even
really,
more water?
really wussy.
Okay, so this is the second round of water on Rex's glass,
All right, at this point, it may be about half water.
which would probably take it closer to 40% alcohol.
That's interesting. With this much water, it is just sweet.
Only sweet. No wood complications.
No, any flavors beyond the sweetness are just little tiny subtle things hovering underneath. Just a really big top layer of sweetness.
Okay. All right, so let's talk to Bill Moss real quick.
Don't look at this.
You're so possessive of your comments. You act like I'm not the one who pulled them from the comment section and put them there in the first place.
Right, I do nothing with the channel. I'm a bourbon drinker as a rule of thumb, but wouldn't mind trying a Compass Box product. Good on you, Bill Moss. Any recommendations on a Compass Box product under $100? Hedonism retails for $109 at Total Wine.
Bill, I don't know what this goes for, but I'd start with Oak Cross.
Oak Cross?
Yeah.
How much is Spice Tree?
Similar price range.
Okay.
Now, on the comments, I did recommend Compass Box does this little tasting kit that's like $60, and you get little vials of like 3 ounces of 5 of their blends.
Interesting, okay.
And that lets you kind of, Sila, Spice Tree, Peat Monster, and Oak Cross. and I think hedonism.
Right.
I'm not entirely certain, but it's on their website.
So, what's the ideal temperature to drink whiskey straight?
Oh, this is lime juice again. Mm-hmm. I tell you what, I love our commenters are making things really hard to choose between comments because there's so many good conversation starters in our comments. The right temperature for drinking whiskey.
Room temperature.
Yeah, essentially room temperature. Cellar temperature is nice. He said he noticed a difference when it was 73, which is not even as cool as most cellar temperatures. Mm-hmm. And when it warmed up, which makes me wonder where he's living for it to warm up from 73 Fahrenheit.
So if I remember right, colder temperatures are going to bury the flavor.
Yeah, your tongue isn't equipped to taste all of its flavors at cooler or more extreme temperatures, cold or hot. There's some things that temperature doesn't affect. Sugar is not affected by temperature. That's why ice cream still tastes sweet.
That's a nice compass box.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ice cream still tastes sweet because you can make it cold or hot all day long. Sugar's not affected. But bitter is affected by temperature.
Okay.
Right. There are other things in your tongue that are affected by temperature. And so when you over chill something, you bury a lot of the flavor. And so yeah, the closer you get to room temperature, the more your brain is going to be able to experience everything that's happening.
Wineries, occasionally they'll make something that's kind of horrible.
Yeah.
And one of the things they'll do is they'll sell it to like bars and stuff to make wine slushies. Just because no matter how disgusting the wine is, if you like crunch it up with ice, put some sugar in it, it'll be
all good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So all I would say is lime juice. There's really no wrong way to drink the whiskey. What you get to experience is different facets of the whiskey, right? So just pay attention. Don't wait around. Drink it at every temperature and pay attention to what changes. As you sip the whiskey, it'll change and you'll get to experience all kinds of interesting things. And none of them are wrong or right. It's just new things being brought out of the whiskey.
Here's why I don't like all the comments we're getting. Because it gives less time in these videos for me to make fun of you.
Yeah,
and
that's true. That's why I'm a fan.
And you get to
that oak cross.
And you get to pretend to be smart, which really
just twist this.
Yeah, no, you weren't smart there because you can think of a word. Now you're dumb again. And I
was going for the sound.
No, you weren't. You fell on your face.
Yeah. I'm not sure what sound that is.
It's just whatever is wrong.
It's like someone trying to start a car. And see, this is why we use comments. Because otherwise, this is where goes downhill. Without guidance.
This is exactly what I want.
Without guidance, we fall apart at the seams.
No, this is so good.
All right.
If I had my way, these videos would be as unproductive and as awkward as possible.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, I spend all the time desperately trying to wrench it back onto the tracks. Oh, we had a commenter who wanted us to create a recipe that he gave us the measurements for to try to replicate Pappy's.
Okay, we'll do that.
We are going to do it. It'll be called Let's Make Pappy's.
Say the thing.
Till tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side illegal.
That's a good idea. Let's make Pappy's. I like that. Return so you can see us try and make Pappy's.
Cheers.